9 o'clock on the dot. I am about 15 minutes away from home after attending the London Unite the Kingdom rally. And what a fabulous day it was. It didn't let me down. It was amazing. I was there on my own, mainly because most of the circle of people that I associate with on a regular basis now are citizen journalists and are quite well-known YouTubers. You'll know some of them you won't. So they were granted VIP passes. I was given the option of meeting up with them at 9 o'clock this morning and given the opportunity possibly of getting a VIP pass, but I'm about 3.5 hour drive away from London, and I didn't fancy getting up and setting off at like 3 in the morning. So I put my own comfort above a VIP opportunity. So I was there on my own predominantly, as I have been before, and bumped into a few TERFs on the way. Kelly J TERFs, woo! Big up the TERFs. And it was fantastic. But you could just talk to anybody. You know, if you were walking next to a couple of people or a group of people and they're having a conversation, and you wanted to have any input into that conversation, whether it be to agree or disagree, everybody welcomed that, and loads of discussions were made throughout the entire march. It was phenomenal, and I think that it was very similar to the last protest in as far as numbers, give or take. There may have been a few more. The difficulty is because it was a different route, it's hard to gauge, but it was definitely over 1 million people, regardless of what the mainstream media will have you think. So it was amazing. I hung back a little bit because the people that I was with for a little while, were hanging back a bit as well. So I didn't push it. And then when I was on my own, I pushed my way to the stage, where I managed to meet up with a couple of the auditors who know me. And yeah, it was just a really, really great day. Whenever I go into London, and I go into London semi-regularly because I go to Kelly's stuff. I'm going to London in June for Kelly's walk through Tower Hamlets. Now that's going to be interesting. But whenever I go in for these big rallies that Unite the Kingdom put on, and I'm not going to say Tommy Robinson because, well, not because I don't love Tommy Robinson, because I do, but like Tommy says, this is a group effort. He's the face, but there's a whole group of people that are behind this, helping to put this together. So it's not just Tommy. Tommy is just sort of the face. It's like Tommy is the lead singer of the band, right? But there are other people in the band. And whenever I turn up to these things, I feel more safe in London than I feel any other time that I'm in London. And it's funny because when it all broke up, I hung around for a little while to talk to a couple of the auditors. So a lot of the crowd had dispersed by the time I left, and then I stopped at Burger King on the way home because I was frigging starving by then. And then I became very, very, very aware that I was alone. I was still wearing my cap, which it was a choice I made because when I realised I had it on my head, I chose to keep it on. So that was a choice I made. But I felt vulnerable. Also, thanks to Edge of the Matrix, because I had several people want selfies with me because I've been on Steve's Edge of the Matrix YouTube videos. So big up Steve, Edge of the Matrix. It's really cool. It's really strange. And yeah, so I was making my way back to the nearest tube, and I walked past this couple, and the reason why I approached them and asked if I could join them to help protect me was because the gentleman, they were about, say, similar age to my parents, maybe slightly younger. He had a Union Jack embroidered into his jumper. Now he during our conversation, he made no reference to Tommy's rally, or that they were there for Tommy's rally, so I don't know. But I told him that I travelled down from Lincolnshire, and when they asked me whereabouts in Lincolnshire, and I told them the town that I travelled down from, would you believe his sister is in a care home in my town, and they live just outside London. Again, I'm not going to say where, but they live just outside London, and his sister is in a care home in my town. Now, Jesus did that. I'm sorry, Jesus did that. Jesus put that couple in my path to protect me, and they walked me all the way to the tube station. And I believe in that. I believe in the divine. Everything happens for a reason. And it was just an absolutely amazing day. Loved every minute of it. So if you're ever in doubt, to come along to these things because they're classed as far right, no, there were mainly women actually that I saw, or couples, but a lot of women, families, and it was so warm, so welcoming. Everybody was so lovely, and you know what? Sometimes there weren't things that we agreed on completely, but we just agreed to disagree and moved on. I mean, what a brand new concept that is. I've heard that there's been arrests, and I know so far all I know is that all the arrests that have been made public were from the pro jihadi side. I've not heard any from our side, but there may have been, because police look out for everything. But yeah, really, really amazing day. I loved it. I'm now like 150 yards away from my home. It is 10 past 10. I will be glad to get home. I'm knackered, but I'm really glad I went, and thank you, Tommy and the rest of the team, for putting this on. And I just hope that we make some changes. I think personally it's going to take more than rallies. I also think it's going to take more than votes, but that's just me, and I'm ready for that. I'm ready to do whatever I need to do to make a better future for my teenage daughters at the end of the day, because those are the people that are important to me. Anyone who knows me knows that I do all of this for them. I don't do it for me. Oh, I've just parked up in my driveway. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's gonna be an interesting few months, I think. Really interesting few months. And to everyone who turned up, well done. And gosh, wasn't it amazing? Wasn't it just so heartfelt? And Jesus was with me. He's always with me. I mean, Jesus is literally like right next to me all the time, and he was definitely with me today. So thank you, Jesus. I love you so much. And it was, I really feel like I'm on the right side of history with all of this, because I am anti-woke in every way possible. I'm anti-woke, and yeah, it was really good. I don't know how to round this off, but to say, see you at the next one, and let's hope that things change in the meantime, and praise be to God, and I pray for protection of us all, and I still haven't been arrested. Thank you very much. Bye.